Good evening, team. Very happy to meet all of you again on this wonderful day. So today we are going to see the basics of CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, and other aspects. Dr. Rati Chandana, International Leadership Coach, will be taking the training program today. Today we are also having Prachi Mahajan and Pragya Mahajan, who is going to deliver a song to story today. So team, over to Rati ma'am. Rati ma'am, Prachi will share the story. Then at the end, Pragya will share. You can just take care.
Sure, sir, sure. Sure,
Yeah,
sir, sure.
I'm making you host.
Thank
and
you
I'm
so
moving,
much.
ma'am.
Sure, thank you so much.
And already the training program, it is in YouTube live.
Yes, I just saw.
Yeah. Thank you very much, team. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. A very good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible. Give me a thumbs up if I'm audible. I'm here back again. Good to see you all, but I want to see you really. Please open up your cameras. Come with your high vibrations. Give a sweet smile that you are here. If you won't smile, then I can't smile. Then I'll feel like I'm talking to everything. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this love. Thank you so much.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Good to see you all. Hope you're enjoying this program. Hope you're enjoying this program.
Undoubtedly.
Very much, ma'am. Very much.
Thank you so much. It's our pleasure, you know. When our family is, you know, growing, we feel good. The tree is growing. So we feel good. Thanks a lot to all of you. Oh,
I am
wow.
from Pakistan, and I had a very, negative view about India. And the way Emoke attached with me and the way they gave me so much love and inspiration, I just love India now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we love you too. We love Pakistan too. It's not like we love everyone. See, we are all human beings. We are all good souls. We don't know from where we are. It doesn't matter to us or as a soul, as a human being. It should not matter to anyone from which soil we belong. After all, we are all souls.
Yeah.
A good soul. So when we feel ourselves as good and we feel the other person in front of us as good, we'll be happy. And that is what, when you are into the psychology field, your negative minds, your belief system, you know, should be, that is what you say कि हमारा बहुत बड़प्पन रहेगा और हमारा बहुत अच्छापन रहेगा कि if we are able to convert, transform these negative thoughts into the positive ones. So I'm grateful to you, Faika, that you have given us this compliment. And this has made my day as well. And I feel the whole team of Emoker and everyone all out here. A person, our guest from Pakistan, who has said that now she loves India. This is something great for us. I'm thankful to you. Thank you so much and welcome on board. It's good to see you all with your sweet smile and sweet place. You're really beautiful. I admire your beauty. All Pakistani beauties are superb. So there is Pragya, I hope. Yes, Pragya, can you hear me? Yes, are you ready with your story?
Yes, ma'am.
My humble request to everyone, please close your mics. We should give respect to Pragya. She has come up with a very good story. And in between, please make sure when you join or when you go out or when you come in, please keep your mics off. Fine. Thank you so much. Over to you, Pragya, because I would not like to waste the time. It's already 8:35. We should value time. More people are joining. Do you want me to wait or do you want me to start?
We can start, ma'am, because our record is anyway available.
Yes. Again, a request. Please open up your cameras. Please open up your cameras. How much respect you have for this course? What is your intention for this program? What is your intention for EmoCare? Please open up your cameras. And I can surely say, you see, it's when we talk about NLP, we all adapt visual, VAK, visual, audio, and kinesthetic. When you'll see us, when we all look at each other, our knowledge, our skills, our energy would be more, because visual is very strong always. We always love to watch a movie. Movie के dialogue सुनने से ज़्यादा देखना मजा आता है scene को. So please open up your cameras. Over to you, Pragya. Please start over. Thank you so much, everyone. And please keep yourself mute. Thank you. Pragya, please open up your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Please start.
So this story is the title of the story is "Life is like a cup of coffee." A group of best friends decided to have their alumni get together at the residence of one of their friends. At the alumni people decided to have alumni get together at the place of their professors. The professor was their favorite, and he was very popular among the university students and had been mentor for many of them. They finalized to make a surprise visit to the professor. All planning was done, and on a predefined date, they visited their most popular and old university professor's house. It was quite a happy moment for not only the professor but all friends, students of the professor, as some of them were meeting after a long time. Everyone was trying to know their whereabouts and developments in their friend's life after leaving college. They, they share with each other how did they move ahead in life, how did they become good leaders, and had senior positions in corporate worlds. And whereas few were doing good in the business world, all of them had got married and had wonderful families. Everyone at his or her own time achieved milestones. They had their own conversations going on, but somehow the conversation soon diverted to complaints about work, relationships, stress, and tension in life. The professor offered them coffee and went to the kitchen to ask his wife to prepare coffee for all his students. After 10 to 15 minutes, his beautiful wife came with a pleasant smile. And one thing was to be noticed that she brought coffee in different kinds of cups. Crystal cups, glass cups, ceramic cups, shining one, plain looking, ordinary, exquisite, and some expensive ones. The students thought that professor may not have the same kind of cups, and due to large number of guests, his wife had served coffee in different cups. When all of them had a cup in their hand, the professor said, "If you notice, all the nice looking and expensive cups are taken up, leaving behind the ordinary, plain, and cheap ones." It was a surprising moment as nobody noticed that there were extra cups of coffee, and while having their cup, nobody took the ordinary cups, and all of them left them on the serving tray. The professor continued, "Every one of you wanted the best cups. While it is, of course, normal for you to want only the best for yourself, that can also be the source for much of your dissatisfaction, problem, stress, and tension in life." All the friends got confused and were looking towards the professor. They could not understand what's the connection with having coffee and chosen cup with stress and tension of life. Professor continued further and explained after seeing their chorus face, "Be assured that the cup itself adds no quality to the coffee. In most cases, it is expensive, and in some cases, it hides what we drink. What you really wanted was coffee, not the cup. But you consciously went for the best cups and then began looking at each other's cups. Always remember one thing: if life is coffee and jobs, money, status, and position in society, and love it are the cups. They are tools to hold and contain life. The type of cup we have does not define or change the quality of life we live. Please don't let the cups drive you. Enjoy the coffee. Moral of the story is that life is like a cup of coffee. Most of the people concentrate only on cups and fail to enjoy the coffee. We keep our focus on outside beauty and appearance. There is real quality and value lies inside the coffee and not the cup. Happiest people in this world don't have a best of everything. They just make best out of everything. No cup in the world can compensate for the taste of coffee. It can be undrinkable, but coffee is more important than the cup itself. It is vital to know what makes you happy and what completes you. There is no need to fret about how the cup looks from outside. It is about the quality of its content, and we define that what content means to us does not run for money, success, status, and price. Always live life with full of mindfulness. The true meaning of life is not materialistic achievements, but going that extra mile in the journey of life, which enlightens you with the real purpose of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pragya. I hope you all might have understood. Life is to be lived. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Great.
Thank you, everyone. Life is to be lived wherever we are. Why the kids are always happy? Because you make them sit on the grass, they'll start playing with those grass. You make them sit with, even, I always have seen, and I always tell my parents one example. We mothers at this age, we need the toys. Sometimes we need to even give our mobile, not sometimes, it's always now, to our kids. But if you make your kid sit with grandmother, if she's peeling the vegetables, the kids would start playing with those peels. It's the way you take your life. Live your life wherever you are. Try to be happy. Don't depend upon others to give you the happiness. And yes, we should not feel like that materialistic things can make us happy. Because when we'll die, we are not going to take anything along with us. All the materialistic things would be here. Definitely, we need them for our life, but don't give them that much importance that they should come and become a burden on us, that we are not able to live happy. Always try to create your life in such a way that you are satisfied, contented, whatever it is, wherever you are. If you're sitting with an 80-year-old lady, you're happy. If you're with an 8-month-old child, look for your happiness. If you're sitting with an 18-year-old teen, you find your own happiness. चाय का कप कई बार एक छोटी सी रेड़ी वाले के पास ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है rather than drinking in a 5-star hotel. Because it's the way we have our emotions, how we take it, how we feel. Otherwise, we won't be satisfied even if we are staying in a 5-star hotel. Isn't it? Families, how important is the family? How important is the relationship? Have you ever realized? See, I tell you, maybe I had talked earlier also, maybe we can have the treatment of all the physical illness, but we cannot have the treatment of the loneliness. So we should try to be happy wherever we are, whatsoever we are getting the things. And that is all what about in our today's topic, that is CBT, Cognitive Behavior Therapy. Cognitive means the soch, the thoughts. Behavior is our vyavhar, our attitude, our nature. With our thoughts, how do we perceive the things and how do we react? I've used the word react because yes, we do react. We do react. It is the fact we do react when we make certain perceptions, when we look at certain things, we make our mind ki yes, aisa ho gaya, waisa ho gaya, and we start making our own thoughts. What is a thought? It is only a simple thought. But what emotion we are giving to that thought, it triggers. My suit is worth rupees 500. I have this thought in my mind. But if I'll give that emotion that this is a cheap suit, this is not that expensive, so it won't look good. So I've given a negative emotion to that dress. And if I'll say that, yes, my dress worth whatever is the price, worth rupees 500, looks beautiful on me, and I am looking beautiful. So what do you mean? You have given a positive emotion to that thought. And how you would feel, how would be your behavior? You will be happy. Cognitive behavior is how we perceive the things, how we make our thoughts, and according to the thoughts, emotions are created, and according to the emotions, our behavior is formed. This is CBT. The best part of CBT is that you can resolve your mild depression, mild anxiety disorders of your own or of your family on your own. This is the best part of CBT. It is that kind of a therapy where you get to talk to yourself. You can talk to yourself and you can come up to a conclusion where you can change your thoughts and your emotions, which creates your behavior, and you can do it, but with a mild thing. See, I tell you nowadays, everyone, most of the time, why do we use CBT? CBT is used for depression, anxiety, addiction, most of the times. But if your depression has reached to a certain extent where you feel like suicidal thoughts are coming into your mind, or you have attempted for suicide, any patient, then they need to go to a psychiatrist. And nowadays, people prefer to talk to a psychologist, a coach, a counselor, rather than going to a psychiatrist. Am I right? And everyone is going under depression or stress. Stress is the first form. Everyone is going under this thing. So if you have control over your thoughts, or if you can talk to yourself, your neurons, if you can talk to your neurons that why these thoughts are done, so you can always identify them. Cognitive behavior therapy is where the therapist identify your thoughts. They identify your thoughts, and then by identifying, we rectify it. Main motive of cognitive behavior therapy is the therapist would identify the root cause, the thoughts, and then would change it. Would help you to change it by challenging it. I hope till here it is clear. Can I have, I'll come up to a gallery so that I can see everyone. Yes. So I hope, thank you so much, Mr. Senthil. I could see a thumbs up from you. So this is cognitive behavior therapy. Now let's take up an example, a very basic example I'll give you, which is a very common thing. My boyfriend is not picking up my phone, or else suppose a wife has got the habit of daily calling her husband. It is a very common example, and you can relate it to yourself or your near ones. A wife is also working, or else take a housewife. She's daily calling to her husband during the lunch hours, that whether you have taken your lunch, how was it, this, that. And one day it happened that he could not pick up the phone. or if he's shifted to some other post, maybe a post higher than the present post, or he's shifted to some other location. Suddenly it happens, he got transferred to other location and he's not able to pick up the phone during the lunch hours. But the wife was addicted, I would say. The wife was used to calling the husband every day during the lunch hours and talking. But today the husband is not able to pick up the phone. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day it happened. Now what thought the wife got in the mind? He doesn't loves me. He doesn't loves me. No one likes me. I'm sitting at home. He is insulting me. मेरी बहुत इंसल्ट करता है. वो मुझे नीचा दिखाना चाहता है. He wants to degrade me by not picking, by not talking, because he has got promoted. He's on a good seat now. He's not talking to me. I could see a smile on Mr. Gautam's face. He could relate it with something. See, this is it. So what happened? What is the thought? He's not listening to me. He's insulting me. This is the disturbing thought. Isn't it disturbing? Because what it is doing, this thought is giving her disturbance in her life, in her mind. But who has created the thought? She only created the thought. I'm not good, I'm not worthy, and I'm not feeling like doing anything because my husband is not giving me the importance, and he's not giving me the time. He's busy with his own friends in office. Might be he's having lunch with the other friends in office, maybe females also, because he's not picked up my phone. It's not 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, he's not picking. So the cycle starts, bad thoughts. What are the emotions? Negative emotion. Negative emotion आएगा. Negative emotion से क्या आएगा? Behavior. So what is a negative emotion? When I get all these thoughts, I get angry. I get angry. The wife would be in anger. What would be the behavior now? Anger on kids, mother-in-law, friends. Okay, if she has, thrown on kids, if she's come out on the kids would take it to 1 day, 2nd day, or else what would happen? The other people would start avoiding, because this would have become her behavior. If she starts hitting the kids, or she starts shouting at kids, or she starts screaming at kids, then what happens? Negative thought gave negative emotion. Both of them created the negative behavior. Then what happened with that negative behavior? So what was the situation? The husband didn't pick up the phone. And I started that chakki in my mind. What happened now next? Again, when she'll talk to the husband, maybe in the evening or other day, she'll start screaming. Again, a situation is created, and when she'll scream, the husband would feel irritated, because maybe the husband is busy in his new office. The husband has got loads of work in the new office, whatever. So what husband would do? Husband would also feel irritated, and he'll say, please stop. I don't want to talk. Again, a new negative emotion. मैं बोलती थी ना, सच है वो बात. I used to say ना, कि yes, you don't want to talk to me. This is the truth. Another cycle. Another situation is created. Another negative emotion is created. Negative, again negative behavior is formed. So daily this cycle, this would rotate. Negative thought, negative emotion, negative behavior. When I'll be in this much of negative behavior, what would I do? People would not like to talk to me. They would avoid me, whether it is my kids, whether it is my family members, whether it is my friends, or if I'm working, my colleagues also. ऐसा ही होगा ना?
Can you just tell us that what emotions are there? You have mentioned
Anger.
negative emotions.
Anger is the emotion. No?
Okay.
Because when I'm irritation, anger is the emotion. Okay, why I'm giving you an example, just relate it. Okay, what all questions would be there? I'll take it at the end. See, just what happened, she's having that negative emotion. Negative emotion is anger, because she's getting irritated, no? Frustration. Irritation, anger, he's not talking. मेरे सामने आ जाए बस. Let him come in front of me. I'll do this. Anger. But what is the behavior now? That she's always in this rude behavior. What would happen? Family members, the other family members or the friends would start avoiding her. Then what behavior actually she'll form? She'll get into depression. No one likes to talk to me. She won't feel like dressing up. She won't feel like, you just take yourself. If someday you are not in good mood, do you feel like picking up your phone and replying to WhatsApp messages? Sometimes we don't feel like. Sometimes it happens when it is our birthday also and we are not in good mood. We avoid our friends' calls, even our parents' calls, even our messages of boss even. If we are not in good mood, we avoid. So she is in such a bad behavior and so much negative pattern going on in her life, she'll start avoiding everything. And what happened? All negativities are here. All negativities. No one likes me. Self, what would happen? Where would be the self-worth now? She'll go into depression. More and more, if she'll go into depression, she'll feel like doing suicide. This is a very basic example I've given, and it is a very common example, I think. Yes, no interest in anything. Now, I was interested in watching TV serials. I've stopped that also. I was interested in watching Netflix shows also. I have stopped that also. What next? What next? Earlier, though, I was like to wear different, dresses. I used to go out with my friends on with kitty parties or somewhere or other. I'm not feeling like doing anything because there's no charm in my life. These all things would lead to what? More depression, more depression, more depression. Now here comes CBT practitioner, the therapist, what he would do. He would identify. What was the main situation? The phone call was not picked up. He would identify from where the thoughts are coming. The root cause. As a counselor, as a psychologist, we need to understand the root cause. From where, kya hota hai? What triggers that emotion? Na? When the husband is not picking up the phone because the mind was habitual of talking during the lunch hours. Then what he'll do? Then the wife would go to a therapist, would see a therapist and say that my husband doesn't love me and I'm into depression. What is the cause? Depression causes my husband because he's not talking to me. Now he would identify. Now how he would identify? By questioning. By questioning. It is only we ourselves who can bring us out from the, khada, the digged one. What do you say? If you have fallen down. See, I tell you, if somebody wants to pull you down, you are here. If someone wants to pull you down to the negativities, if you are not even willing, they can pull you. It is easy to pull someone down. But if you want to come out of those negativities, unless and until you give pressure to come up, no one can do that. Not even a therapist. Not even a therapist. So the therapist would challenge them by asking questions. Did your husband say that he doesn't love you? Did your husband say that did he tell you that he wanted to insult you? Because the main problem was that he's insulting me, that I'm not doing any work. I'm a housewife and he's working, he's earning. So what she'll do, what the therapist would do, the therapist would ask questions, cross question. You tell, did he say that he didn't love you? No. Did he say that he want to insult you? No. Did he complain that you are not taking of the care of the family or the kids or himself? No. Then why did he do this? You have to question, you have to challenge. Or if he has said, give us the proof. Show me the proof. If he has said, if there is any WhatsApp chat, there is any call, there is something, give the proof. Identifying the thoughts from where it started, that he insulted me, he this and that, and prove it. If he has hurt you, prove it. Did he say go from his life? Did he say that he's involved with some other lady? Did he say he's happy? Maybe. Now here comes the therapist part. Maybe he is more busy. Maybe he is overloaded. Maybe he was trashed by his boss. He was again into his troubles. Maybe he's finding it difficult because he has changed his location, his position, his seat, his workload. Maybe he's into trouble. Did you realize? Now what would happen? The emotion of anger would be changed to the emotion of sympathy and love. Got it? What did the therapist do? The therapist identified the problem. The wife was perceiving with the thoughts in a negative way. So how the practitioner, the therapist showed? In a different way, different aspect. He just turned. Maybe the husband was into trouble. Maybe the husband is overloaded with work during the office hours and he's not getting time to talk to you as usual. Did you ask? Maybe he's tired. Maybe he's busy or at that time, proper time, he has to attend certain meetings daily because seat change, office change, so many things change. Now the wife would think. And that emotion would be changed to sympathy, love for the husband. Because then she'll question herself. No? The wife would question herself also. Intentions would be changed. Now tension has shifted to sympathy, love towards the husband. When the husband has not told you ever that he's not loving you, he want to get rid of you, how can you say? So the therapist changed the emotion, which further changes the behavior. But you have to be very tricky. See, I tell you this in this this is a basic class. We cannot teach that much. I have given you the outline, which would help you to identify what is CBT actually. Now here, the practitioner, the therapist need to be very strong and very intelligent because the wife may get into guilt and depression further. I had these thoughts for my husband. So you have to work in a very intelligent way, in a very tricky way. This is all about CBT, where the therapist identifies the emotion, the thoughts, and the thoughts which creates the emotions and further the behavior. So you have to stop that cycle. Kyunki ek situation, because it's cognitive CBT is like how the thoughts are created with the situation. When you see a dog, whether the situation is the dogs, stray dogs on the road. Now, it is whether the dogs are going to come up, bark on me, or I can pass. It's only the thought, na? If the thought is created like they'll come to me, then fear, emotion of fear. What would be my behavior? I might run. And if dogs are not coming over to me also, they'll also start running behind me. This is what? Identifying the situation, identifying the thought with the behavior, the root cause, and you have to work. Again, this is a talk therapy where you have to give them, there is a structure where we ask the client to write down the thoughts which leads them towards that behavior. This is CBT. Where the unwanted thoughts, irrational thoughts are coming up and you identify and you rectify, you change it. आपने उसका नजरिया ही बदल देना. You have to help it out. Now there are certain therapies in NLP which gives a very, reframing is a therapy, a technique in NLP which helps to change within no time, you know, CBT is a bit long procedure. Sometimes you have to sit with the client. See, you cannot change the thoughts. It seems very easy. You cannot change the thoughts in one sitting, in 1 hour and 2 hours. Sometimes it's possible. But when we go with NLP reframing, it's done immediately sometimes. Because there directly, it's actually what? You have to reframe. You have to reprogram. Everything comes in here. CBT is where the irrational, unwanted thoughts are coming up and the thoughts have to be changed and rectified. Yes. Situation I, soch se vyavhar bana. I got the situation. I made my thought, gave emotion to it, made my nature, made my attitude, and I reacted. This is what we have to work on. And this therapy, if you start utilizing it from today onwards in your life, you'll see so many changes you can do. Because sometimes we immediately make the perception, we start doing judgment. And psychology itself says never judge. Never judge the book by its cover. Never judge. Maybe if you have seen a girl wearing a very short dress, you cannot say she's not of a good character. Or maybe if you've seen a girl in a suit or a sari, you cannot say. We cannot judge. We should not judge. This is the first thing which I'll give you, which you should know when you are into this field, psychology. Now comes REBT. Briefing about REBT. REBT is, again, here CBT is like situation is created. So thoughts are created. REBT is where we have the belief system. Rational emotive behavior therapy. Where the belief system is created. Behavior is formed by the belief system. ये तो ऐसा ही होता है. Suppose, if we say, if a person always thinks that when we go to a Punjabi wedding, there is always, you'll find non-veg food, you'll find good food, you'll find fun, you'll find drinks, everything. But it happens to someone that he visits, he goes with his friend in a Punjabi wedding and he didn't find the drinks, he didn't find the non-veg food. So what the belief system would be made? No, Punjabi families doesn't have any fun. They're like that. They're like this. So these are the the behavior is formed because of the belief system. Next time he'll start avoiding it. Suppose there are two people. They're going for a job, A and B. A is having a belief system. He's got low self-worth, low confidence. He's feeling like he's good for nothing. He's always very sad. I'm good for nothing. Like that he has. And B is very confident. It's okay. He's enjoying his life, whatever it is. And they both appear before the interview and don't get the job. So what happened? A is like, I'm good for nothing. I cannot get the job. Or this company is like that. I am good for nothing. Actually, they'll come up to that depression only. Good for nothing. I cannot do anything. No self-worth, self-doubt. B would be like, okay, nahi mili to kya hua? I can look for another option. Because of my belief system, I react. I have my behavior. The behavior is formed by the belief system. So what does REBT do? It changes, again, reframes the old belief system with the new ones. The new patterns are formed. See, I tell you, in our body, we have got different neurons. There are millions and billions of neurons in our body. Few neurons have got this belief system and they feel this would give you pleasure. This would be as per your thought, because what thought we have taken, the neurons would pick up and the subconscious mind would keep it here. Subconscious mind doesn't know this is good or this is bad, because I told that I am not good, I am not confident. So neurons, few have picked this. Few neurons have picked up. So when I'm going for the interview, those neurons will come up. You are not confident. You can't do anything in life. So the same way you will behave in the interview and you won't get the job. But here, what is the problem? Because you have only programmed your neurons that you are not confident. मैंने ही बोला ना उसे, मैं कार ड्राइव नहीं कर सकती, ये तो मैंने ही बोला. तो मैं कभी जिंदगी में मैं ड्राइव नहीं कर सकती, मुझे डर लगता है. मैंने तो कभी साइकिल भी नहीं चलाई. I have never, ride a cycle also. I cannot. So I have given this programming to my mind, to my neurons. थोड़े से neurons, not all, a bit. But when I think of joining a driving school also, those thoda sa neurons will come. See, you cannot drive the car because you have never ever ride a bicycle. So this was my belief which I had given to my neurons. So it has to change. The pattern has to change. उसमें क्या होता है? We write. I'll just write it down.
I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
May I know the connection between neuron and thought, neuron and belief?
Sir, it's all what we have given to our subconscious mind. All your thoughts, आपके trigger होते हैं ना वहीं से. It's nothing. See, I tell you, rational. When we say belief system means what is there feeded, what we have feeded. It comes up. Maybe the belief system is coming up from your childhood. See, in this briefing class, you just understand what we have formed. My mother told me that you cannot dance, or my teacher told me you cannot dance. I have got 2-3 clients like that who said that I am not good in maths, so I won't be able to do engineering, or I won't be able to go. I got a girl who said that I won't be able to do architect, though she wanted to be an architect. Why? Because I was unable to do maths well in my class. My teacher told me. So this was the belief, programming done in her mind. This was the programming done out over here. So what would happen wherever she'll see where the calculation work is there in her life? Do you think she'll be able to pick up that subject and think of making her a career? Never ever. Why? Because the teacher has repetitive. See, our subconscious mind picks what is repetitively given. The belief system. CBT is when we react according to the situation, but REBT is when we work as per the belief system. When we make our thoughts, Gujaratis are like that, Punjabis are like that, and we behave accordingly. But this works in addiction. I tell you, I'll give you one example. Let me finish it out. I'll give you one example. Yes, ma'am.
May
Yes,
I?
ma'am.
And ultimately, belief system is also coming from your thought or the forced thought from your surroundings. It may be.
Ma'am, belief
that
system
the
is formed by environment, education, family. Belief system to हमारा
Right.
बचपन से आता है ना. It is all formed. That's what I said. This is a briefing class. See, I'll give you one example. There you'll be able to understand.
But I'm
When we
receiving
talk-
in my thought, that's why, na, why two kids are rearing in the same environment, but both are not having the same belief system.
No,
One is received
no.
and another one
No.
is not received.
This is your perception. They might be in the same class. Two siblings, they have got the different belief system. Why? Both have got the
Right,
same parents.
right.
Why? Because they adapt from the environment. They adapt from the family. What are they educated? You cannot keep an eye for 24 hours what a child is doing.
The
Now I
same
tell
thing
you how.
happens.
See, that is what. See, it all matters how we perceive, ना. वो perceive
That's
किया. अभी
right.
CBT में क्या हुआ? Perceive किया तो वो brain में रह गया ना. They have perceived it. So what is happening? It is going here again and again repetitively. It will come. It will be a belief system that my husband doesn't love me. वो एक लकीर बन जाएगा. जैसे sun rises in the east, it would be a generalized statement. Why divorces are happening nowadays? They say that my husband doesn't love me. My wife doesn't respond to me. Because they have a belief system that when I should come back home, the female should come, ask me, what do you want to eat? And bring the food on my table. Because the mother was doing it. This was the belief system. But he forgot that now the females are also working. The belief is that the female life partner would come. So this is what we have to change. We have to reprogram our neurons. We have to adapt the change. When we have changed ourselves from parathas to pizzas, we have to change thoughts. But why? Which thoughts? Which are troubling us? See, where REVT works majorly, addiction. Addiction में कैसे काम करता है? When you start smoking, there are three things where we go in with this. A, B, we write it A, B, C, D, E. Activating event. Activating event is कि people are smoking, I smoke. We start smoking, I smoke. What is the belief system? Ki when I smoke, see, I tell you, there is one thing, if you will come up in this, whenever we do something, we do it for a positive note, for a positive experience or for experiencing something. Anytime, if you see a person smoking for the first time, either they'll smoke to impact others, to impress others, or they'll smoke to release their stress. यार मेरा सिर दर्द हो रहा था and my friend smokes, he says that I feel good, so I started smoking. Am I right? ऐसा ही होता है ना? It is the same way how we do it.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Who's this?
Paika.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am,
I would just say, let
what-
me finish REPT, then we can take up the questions because it's
Ma'am,
already 9:17.
it
Okay,
would
tell
help.
me.
It would help
Okay.
me, you know, in
Tell me,
focusing.
tell me.
What I have understood is that thought is something which comes in mind. Either we reject or accept it. It's in our, you know, in our control. And a belief system is something which we accept. The thought which we accept and believe so strongly. Am I right?
Sir, ma'am, this is the only thing I'm telling, na? Ki beliefs are formed. How? With the repetitive thoughts.
Okay.
Repetitive environment accepting. When we accept, see, how do we form our belief system? The base you see, environment, education, family, how we grow up, the social system. Now, everyone said that Corona, that's what I said, this is a long topic where we go up. Because in this, we can give a briefing to it, you should understand it. Belief system को change करना है. रात को nails नहीं काटने. We should not cut nails at night. Why this belief system is there till today? Tuesday ko don't go for haircut. Why? Because it is a belief system coming from our ancestors. रात को nails क्यों नहीं काटने? Because there used to be no electricity, no power in those days. They might not cut their fingers or skin, so they said, but it is followed. This is a belief system. But in NLP, usually we challenge everything. If we cut, something bad happens. It only happens when we have the thought in our mind, oh, I did this, this would happen. So we get it. मैंने ये किया, कहीं my child is climbing the tree, कहीं वो गिर ना जाए. The fear, your fear, because you are doing what? You are manifesting that negative thought. These all, see, we are all energies. Whatever you will manifest, whether the fear or your success, you will get that. I talk scientifically also and spiritually also, because I have practiced both. I have been practicing both. It is all energy. It is all through we are all energy. A table is energy, a mouse is energy, everything nearby me is energy. Whatever I'll call, whatever I'll think, that would come to me. हम जब fear को बुलाते हैं, my child has started driving, कहीं accident ना हो जाए, और जरा सा कुछ हो गया, we'll say, मैंने कहा था ना, I told you ना, this would happen. This is the belief system, which we only form. So that is what NLP says, na, reframe. Badlo, the world has changed. If you will change your thought system, your process, the world would change. If one can do, what do you think, Jeff Bezos or any of the famous personalities, the multi-millionaires or billionaires, they got the money? No, they created. Geniuses are not born. We have to create. with our thoughts. Everything starts from here. चांद पे जाना है तो चांद पे जाने से पहले we have to think that I have been to the moon, I have gone to the moon in my mind, then only I can go. Honestly telling, if tomorrow you have to travel to some place, maybe Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, you tell yourself at night that tomorrow I have to get up at 4 a.m. because I have to take the bus. You get up or not, you tell me. Do you get up or not? Why don't you get up daily at 4 a.m. to do meditation and prayer and other your exercises? Why not? Because that day firmly you have told your brain, you have directed your brain. This is the only game, Saika. It is all the brain, the mindset game, what we do. If I let my mind to rule over me, it would. But if I would ask my mind to do as per me, it would make you a millionaire and billionaire. You take up any therapy, it's all about that. You take up Reiki also. Reiki is what? We invoke the energies and the energies help us. वो थोड़ा fast हो जाता है. NLP is what? We give commands to our brain. CBT is what? We do practice on paper. Look, thinking and just getting those things. NLP is what? We do it. Then and there only getting the command, giving the command to the brain, changing it then and there. We mute certain things which are troubling us. Then and there, immediately you get the results. It is all the mindset. It is all the mindset. People do NLP. Do they implement NLP? No. People do healing. See, this is all also a healing. CBT is a healing methodology. Reiki is a healing methodology. Angel healing is a Reiki methodology. It is what we do. We are healers. You are all healers. We are all healers. Why? Because we are healing ourselves, whether it is physically, mentally, emotionally, because all these things affects our health, our wealth, our relationship, our career. Isn't it? So whether you heal yourself by giving instructions, thank you so much. Whether you give instructions to your brain by writing, by listening, as you give instructions, you'll get the results. Now, let me finish, please, REBT, because no one should feel it. Then we'll move on to this, because this is such a wonderful discussion that if you'll take it now, it will go to the next level. And honestly telling, I can give you such techniques, I can make you do that, where you'll feel that, yes, the life can be changed and it is changed. And purely sure, I'm telling you, I have never been to college. I have never been to college in my life, but I have taught people in UK, in Dubai. I have taught doctors, until today I'm teaching. It's all the belief system. It's all the confidence. It's all what you can do. If you say, I can't, you can't. If you say, I can, I can. I've never been to colleges. But today also, I was in a session with Government of Haryana in Chandigarh, giving the trainings to the trainers who are giving the entrance. And the entrance is on 4th September. So I was invited by Government of Haryana Education Department for that. So I was just there. I rushed back and I here for the session. So it is all that. Now, REBT mein, coming back to REBT, A stands for activating event. Activating event is cigarette peena. Friends peete hain, maine cigarette piya. I have smoked. I hope if I'm using any word of Hindi, everyone is understanding. Please, if you're not, you can always write back. I'll explain it in both Hindi and English as you want. Activating event. Activating event is cigarette, smoking. What is my belief? Feels good. Stress, relax. I feel relaxed. I feel relaxed. So this is the belief that if I smoke, I'll feel very good, I'll feel calm, and I'll feel relaxed. Then consequences. A, activating event. B stands for belief. Sorry, I'm not with my PPT today. C stands for consequences. Consequence kya hota hai? What would be the results? He would smoke again and again. What for? because he has believed that if I'll smoke, I would get relief. वो दोबारा पिएगा. Result क्या है? Belief system, feeling good, अच्छी feeling के लिए, stress से relief पाने के लिए, relax feel करने के लिए, calm रहने के लिए, he'll smoke again and again because he's feeling good. And then he's addicted. Consequences, addiction. Consequences, addiction. Na? A, B, C is done. Now comes the D part, disputing. How do we dispute it? And E is the effect. I'll talk about dispute now. You write A, please write down A, activating event, B, belief system, belief, C, consequences, D, disputing, and E is the effect. This is the technique of REBT, how we do it. In the D part, the disputing, now here the role of the therapist comes. Irrational belief, wo hatana. Thank you. E is the effect of what the therapist would do. Pragya, thank you, Pragya. Now again in the disputing, making the client bringing the client out of the irrational thoughts, the therapist would challenge. Challenging the thoughts and belief system of the client. Now the client would say, I feel relaxed. I feel stress-free. I feel happy. Okay, what's your age? I'm 20. Do you feel happy? Now the client has to give the realistic answer. Again, proof again. Realistic answer dena. Whether, okay, till 20, did you ever feel happy before you were not smoking? You have to make the client realize, your questions should be suitable. See, this is actually what you learn when you come deeply in learning. Your questions should be such, jo usko seedha connect kare, which should connect with the client's heart. Were you not happy before this 20 years of age? Before you used to smoke, you never realized happiness, you never enjoyed, you never felt stress-free life. तो वो क्या सोचेगा? नहीं यार, I was happy. I used to be happy with my family, with my friends. When I used to go out and eat burger or pizza, I used to be happy. They'll say. क्या इतनी छोटी सी cigarette, whether such a small cigarette can give you happiness? You are dependent on such a small cigarette for your happiness? Because he's saying, I get happiness, I get stress relief, I feel relaxed. क्या तुम्हारी खुशी, whether your happiness is dependent on such a small cigarette? Now let the client think. Let the client think. Because, see, you are guiding, but unless and until the client would not take action, you won't be able to give the result. The action has to be taken up by the client. And unless the client would not realize and analyze, they won't take the action. Don't you feel the people who doesn't smoke, they are not happy in their life? You have to give examples. Do you think it's only the cigarette or it's only the drugs who gives the happiness? Then he'll say, I lost my girlfriend ditched me. Then again and again you have to question. Is your happiness dependent on only that cigarette? Are the whole other people of the world, they are dependent on this cigarette for their happiness, for their smile, for your smile? See the whole world, how happy they are without the cigarette. Then ask him or tell him the ill effects. This happiness would lead you to lung diseases, heart diseases, could lead to even cancer. Can you afford your happiness with these diseases? Can you? Let the client realize. He would only answer you. Let the client realize. He would only answer you. You have to criticize the person's belief system so that What would be the effect? Now the E part comes. He should change. The pattern change. I could now ask him, what else? From where else you can get happiness? See, for asking the clients directly, I'll tell you what is the procedure. This is REBT I'm talking, A, B, C, D, E. Now, how and when we do it, that is a different thing. But REBT is dependent on these things. Changing the irrational beliefs to the rational ones. Now you have to challenge. Now the effect would come. That you have to remove or mute those irrational beliefs and you have to put in the positive thoughts. From where else he could get relaxed? Maybe by walk, by listening to music, or maybe by sitting with friends or family or with pet. Pattern has to be changed. Then the client would do self-talk. कि मुझे और खुशी कहाँ से मिल सकती है? He'll only tell, na. Maybe I am not. I don't want to listen to the music. Maybe I'm good in dancing. Now the client will himself tell you what does he like. But these all things cannot be done in one go, honestly, unless you have established in the market, because rapport has to be formed. Somebody asked a question that we cannot ask first question. It is only the rapport. See, this is the briefing. What here in mental health, as mental health ambassadors, we are giving you the briefings about the different techniques, how you can implement it in your life and in your friends and family's life as well. Who needs it? Who needs it? If I say I can give you a Reiki technique, I can teach you Reiki 1, which would help you to heal yourself only. But if you want to heal the world or the other people around you, you need to go on to the next levels. It's the same way. What we are giving you the system in these sessions, these days, what valuable days you have, so that you can have a briefing. Now you got the briefing of that day I took life coach. Today we have talked about CBT, REBT. So you will be able to understand what are these different techniques or what you could be good at if you want to pick up this as your career. Or if you want to prolong further. Or if you are practicing, how you can implement. These are only the ways we are helping you out. So that you can pick up something, you can make your specializations. I have got students who are specialized in CBT. I've got students who are specialized in NLP, but NLP also they work only with students for their brain. I have got people, students who are working only as NLP practitioners for abundance and wealth. They only work for that, those modalities which work. So this is the REBT and CBT. It is nothing. From today onwards, just make it a point whenever we see something, what thought we should bring to our mind and how we can perceive it. So accordingly, we'll make the emotion. Sometimes the maid, when we come home, we come back home from our office or we are at home, sometimes the maid is simply washing the dishes rather than cleaning first. The other, maybe grooming or other things she's not done. So we start shouting, why didn't you do this or that? Or maybe she's doing the other work, she's not cleaning the utensils. So you come and start screaming. But we should understand, maybe she'll tell that the water was not there, so I could not wash the utensils, rather than I'm doing the other part, the dry work, the dry dusting. So we should always analyze first and make thoughts. And this way you could lead your life in a very happy way. Very happy. Doubts, please. I hope CBT and REBT, the briefing is clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Thank
you
you
are
so much.
one of the best trainer I have ever seen. You have explained that so beautifully that I have retained it in my memory.
Thank you so much. Who
Original
It was a wonderful
learning.
session,
Who
ma'am.
is this Faika? Faika, can you come on to the video, please?
Okay, Miss, you have just, I am making a session on learning right now. So it is that how the brain learns in a natural way. And you have just told me in such a natural way of learning that I have learned everything and retained it in my memory.
Thank you.
Super.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's all because of you all. The more love you will give, the more energy I'll get. and I'll be able to do much better. And one has to be a lifelong learner. One has to be a lifelong learner if we want to grow more further in the life.
The way you teach is very wonderful, ma'am. Very easy way. I mean, everything gets sets in our mind. Ki yes, after this, this is there, this is there. I mean, you set the patterns. Thank you so much. Sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Start implementing. Start implementing. Nothing is, I tell you, difficult. It's only our mindset which makes us difficult. Nothing is difficult. You can do wonders, you know, you can do wonders in anything you do. And we can achieve, if one can do, we all can do. So make it what you want to do. Make it.
Madam, Madam, I have a question. I just want to know whether we can apply this CBT or REBT for that particular problem. I have a son.
Addiction? Yeah, tell me.
No, it is not addiction. It is something
it is
different.
your problem. Okay, are you okay to share your personal problem over here? Are you okay?
Yeah, I am okay. This is regarding my son. My son is above average intelligence. He has completed his Mhas and he is working in US as a design mechanical engineer. He has got one problem. His problem is he takes decisions very fast. And he's very fast, and sometimes he makes mistakes also. This he has been doing. Say when I studied this he has been doing right from young age, because he never used to get 100 out of 100 marks in mathematics, because he makes a silly mistake somewhere or the other. There will be a small silly mistake, and he will lose marks. But at that time we neglected. We thought it is getting a full mark is not that important. Even if he gets 90%, it is okay. So we neglected that. But when he started working, he's having a very good job, he's in very good positions. But he started complaining about this to us now. See, Daddy, I am making silly mistakes here and there. And sometimes and I cannot afford to make a mistake in engineering part, because the results will be drastically wrong. So how to stabilize his mind? That is the question.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Let him analyze himself, because don't judge that you are doing silly mistakes, you're doing this. Let him analyze himself. Where is he doing wrong? Why it is happening? What is distracting him, sir? Usko kuch to usko karta hai na. Something is there which is disturbing him, which is troubling him. With that, he is not able to do. Because as per you say he's doing silly mistakes. Yeah.
He takes decisions very fast. He doesn't take into consideration all the other parameters.
So this is as per your perception, he takes decisions very fast. Maybe as per him and his age and his circle, his peer, he might be slow. Or he is taking that all others are moving fast, I am slow.
May I add something in it?
Yeah.
And
sure.
As I am also an international spiritual coach, I have seen many patients, many people. I don't call them patient, I call them clients. I have seen many clients who are very spiritual in nature. They take decision very, very fast. This is an indication that they are spiritually strong, because they take decision, and in the longer run, people realize that their decisions are right, and on the spot, people think that those were not the right decisions. So I must say that he is spiritually very strong, because he's intelligent also. And he need to balance his mind, body, and soul. That's what I have taken from you all.
Yeah, but Faika Madam told is right. He is spiritually very strong. That is one thing I agree. But he cannot afford to make a mistake, especially when the technical things come.
You have to make your child comfortable making mistakes. It's the only way they learn.
Sir, there is never a failure. It's a feedback. We say in NLP, there is never a failure. It's a feedback. Let the child fail and fall at the age of 10 rather than at the age of 40. Please, all the parents, learn this. Let the child fail and fall at the age of 10 rather than at the age of 40. Because they need to understand and learn where I have made the mistake. Why you should tell? If you will tell, it's your perception as per you. If he'll analyze that here, you can talk to him. You talk to him, do the talk therapy, do the CBT, see, you talk to him where he's doing, because maybe it's as per you the mistake. Maybe as per him, it's not the mistake. Maybe as per you, you want him to be an engineer. Maybe as per him, he doesn't want to be an engineer and he is avoiding. It's as simple.
And the decision can be emotional also. Ma'am, is he taking decision on the basis of emotions also sometimes that too triggers?
Need to talk. What is distracting him? His peers, his thoughts, or his other beliefs. He doesn't want to get into engineering. Because nowadays, most of the students doesn't want to get into engineering. After COVID especially, they don't want that we should get into engineering. They have seen. They want to come up with their own startups. So that's what I'm telling. We need to understand. We need to understand what is required.
Okay, thank you, madam. I will work on those lines.
No issues, no issues. You can all follow me on my Insta or Facebook, Instagram, so that we can be connected. If anything is there, you can always text me or you can always connect with me. I'm there with Emocare also. I'm on Instagram. My handle is Dr. Rati Chandna only. So we can always get, and please, here I know so many people who are practicing well. Try to come out on the social media, because unless you'll express yourself, you won't be able to earn. Why are you doing this all? To earn. You have to let the world know what you know.
Yes.
Any further doubt?
No, ma'am.
Any further doubt?
Rati ma'am, may I ask you? Yeah. First of all, I just want to thank you. It was such an interesting session. And ma'am, just wanted to know, like, can you just tell us some way of altering the belief system? Since we are not going to have further sessions.
Reframing, I told you, NLP. NLP is the easiest medium. And see, there are so many healing modalities. NLP is such a modality. In that, reframing is there. We can always do that. We can change it within no time. We can do it. See, you give instructions to your brain, but you should know how to do it. अब क्या होता है? Sometimes people watch YouTube. ठीक है? Sometimes people watch YouTube and they start doing it. They start following it. उससे क्या होगा? YouTube. Do you think YouTube can give you that information? If you could only provide, YouTube can provide, or Google can provide all the information, then why are all the trainers here? Why are all the trainers here? You need to learn from a professional. See, I tell you, there is always a value of a mentor, a guru. Some people start doing, Kundalini awakening from YouTube. Usse kya hota hai? They get ill effects. You get to know when you watch different videos from YouTube, but did you get the solution? Did you get a solution which give you results? Do you get a solution?
We wouldn't get to know the intricacies, like,
yes, because you don't know the cause. You don't know how to start, where to start. We cannot unless we have not learned from a skilled person who has practiced all. Now, Reiki, I give you an example of Reiki, NLP, angel healing. It's, people are doing it. You get it all on Udemy, you get it all on YouTube. But are you able to implement? Because there is a self-doubt within yourself also. Kahin main galat na kar दूं. Whether I'm doing it right or wrong. This is something. Because unless we have not experienced, will you go for a surgery to a non-surgeon person? We always prefer to go to a MS rather than an MBBS doctor, because MS is specialized for that. See, honestly telling, NLP is something which can change life. If it would have not why do thousands and thousands of people are doing, and there are proven results of that. There are proven results. There are proven results of Reiki. There are proven results of angel healing. There are proven results of so many other modalities. There are proven results of CBT. We need to change with the time. Earlier, we were advertising in newspapers. We used to advertise on hoardings, newspapers, brochures, pamphlets. Now it is all electronic media. Now we advertise on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So we have to change, and we have to learn new techniques. We have to learn and upgrade ourselves with new skills and techniques to keep ourselves updated. There are trainers and teachers who were teaching maths from the past 35 years. And they were taking tuition classes or coaching classes in the evening with more than hundreds of students. But when COVID came, what happened? They were unable to have money also. No one used to come to them because they never knew how to come to Zoom, how to transform. So we need to transform. We need to transform. And we need to transform as per the need of the hour, as per the need of the time. Now, the whole world, I tell you, this is a big industry. Healing industry is a big industry. As a psychologist, you are all healers. We are all healers. क्योंकि हम किसी का दुख को ठीक कर रहे हैं. So people are all in stress. Earlier, there were not so many relationship issues. There were not so many health issues. Because of the mental problem, the emotional problem, all the physical disorders are coming up. Only whatever you are learning, implement it on yourself first. First apply, then supply. Make it a fact. First apply, then supply. Because when you'll apply it on yourself, you'll be confident that yes, this gives results. I am sure I have got it. I am sure I've got it. Then you can do it. And then you can, unless you can heal yourself, you cannot heal the world. Unless you can apply any technique on yourself, because everyone, we all have got negative patterns, negative thoughts. Aisa nahi hai ki nahi hai. Mere samet, everyone used to have. But how these things help us? These things help us to live a life in a normal way. Whatever is coming in front of us, flood comes, rain zyada, garmi zyada, we all take it normally. Okay, it's a part. It's a part. It's a part. So it helps you to live the life in a better way, to adapt the life, to perceive the life, and you don't overburden your brain. You think this, fear is what? Because we always, why do we get into fear? Because we do, if this happens, what would happen? Agar ye ho gaya, to kya hoga? We always live in that if, that agar, and that agar and if spoils us. Spoils our mindset, spoils our physical health, spoils our life, spoils our sukoon. So try to be in that peaceful environment, because when you will be in peace, you'll be able to give peace to everyone. When you will be in peace.
I had a client and he was thinking that I am having OCD. He has read on social media. He had one relative who was having OCD, and he was just thinking that I was having OCD. He went to the psychiatrist. He took medicines for 2-3 years, and then I was in refer, and I was doing counseling there. Then he came to me and he told me about everything. Then I applied this therapy, and he till date he respects me very much because of this. And I challenged him, and then I asked him not to take the medicine. If he said, now what can I do? I have to take medicine, otherwise I will be having this. Like, you don't take medicine for 1 week and then come to me, then I will talk to you. And after 1 week, his perception totally changed, and he said that I'm confident I'm not having OCD.
Great, congratulations. And why do we eat medicine? Why do we eat medicine? Because we eat it with a hope that would cure us. So same way.
I do have a question. Like, whether CBT, REBT, I don't know which therapy would go, but what is the best therapy for sexual disorders like erectile dysfunction or infertile one? So, what is the best therapy for that?
Depends how it occurs. If it happens, if it's in the belief system, then REBT would work, because sometimes people have, males usually have this erectile dysfunction, they have it, or even with females. Or if it happens when he's going with his wife and then immediately with the situation he gets it, then needs to be checked. See, it all depends upon the client. When we talk, we need to understand and analyze in which condition, where the client stands, what is the present condition of the client. We need to understand. Sometimes only the talk therapy works. Sometimes, again, we have to mute his belief system. So REBT is, what is the activating event? Na? We need to understand whether it is he's in the same condition from past so many years, or it has just occurred. If it has just occurred, then CBT would be very helpful. NLP technique would be very helpful.
May I?
OCD, depression, even addiction, these things are now treated with NLP very easily. Very easily. It's all quantum, I tell you. It's all quantum. Any other questions?
May I ask? Ma'am, if anxiety gives somatic symptoms, then this CBT works or not?
That's what we have to see the level. If the person needs to be medicated, needs a psychiatrist, don't touch that patient. Don't touch that patient, because you will worsen the condition. You don't know the condition of the client, because if it is in the initial state, see, if you have not done, if you are not experienced, don't treat a patient, because that would worsen the condition. Because मैंने क्या बोला, जब wife को, when we'll treat the wife and we'll change her perception for the husband from anger to empathy, sympathy, love, then we have to be careful that she should not go into depression, that she should not feel guilt that I thought this for my husband. You need to be careful, because किसी के दिमाग के अंदर आप नहीं बैठे हो. Stress can cause anything. Stress can cause anything, even cancer. And if you are relieving your stress, you can remove your cancer. If you have worked on your mindset, you can treat your cancer. I have treated myself. I got ovarian cancer long back, and I am the mother of 2 kids with normal deliveries. I didn't even go for cesarean, though I was asked from the very first day when I was diagnosed with it. Then I had my baby in my womb. I was asked to go for a C-section, but I gave birth to both the kids as normal delivery. It is all because of the mindset. I have worked and treated everything on me, whether it is Reiki, whether it is angel healing, I've treated. 10 years before, I used to do Reiki in such a way. But why I stopped? Because my family asked me to stop it, because when you do Reiki healing for others, it comes on to you. Because unless you're not giving time to yourself for cutting the cord, or you're not giving time for your intuitions, your psychic abilities. See, I'm clairvoyant at certain points, I'm telling you. So it comes on over to you. So my father restricted me to go for Reiki healings. But again, now I started, because it was a need. I had to. It works. It is all of the with your mindset. The biggest, I take my biggest, my mentor is Mr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you can read the book Placebo Effect, Dr. Joe Dispenza, he has treated himself. When he treated himself, I took it as, if he can do, why can't I? And I did it. And my daughter is 18 plus and my son is 14 plus. So
what is the
I have
best
treated.
But ma'am, it happens when somatic symptoms are coming, then it is difficult to use this therapy.
Ma'am,
what are your views?
Yes, initial, see, unless you're not that much qualified. Now we need to understand, now see, condition kya hai, kab se hai, from since when the client is undergoing with that problem, need to understand that. If it is recent, can be done. But if he has tried 3 times suicidal attempt. Don't take that patient. Don't take that case. Let him go to a psychiatrist, because sometimes they might need to be hospitalized.
Right.
Because then they'll give them the medication as tranquilizers. When they'll get the tranquilizers, then they need rest.
Right.
Placebo.
Right.
Dr. Joe Dispenza, placebo effect.
Ma'am, is crystal healing the best or the angelic or oracle one? Means which one do
I
you
get, I do angelic healing, and I have got results in hours, in minutes. I do both, but we are coming up with a new batch of Reiki sound healing, Reiki healing. We are coming up with a batch from 10th of September for Reiki healing, Reiki 1, 2, 3, Reiki master, and with the sound healing, I'll be providing, and I'll be taking that batch for the blueprint. How do you can change your mindset? You can reprogram. We are coming up with that. See, crystal also works, but crystals is other when you connect with the divine, that works. Angels work. This is proven, because crystal guy, see, I tell you, it works. It works, but you never know from where you are getting the crystals, whether they are pure or you've simply got it from Amazon. You don't know the quality, and honestly telling, 400 rupees ka 4000 ka milta hai. So yes, for Reiki, we are coming up for Reiki batch. We are coming up with the healers kile, so that you can be healers. With the other modalities, that is an add-up with EmoCare. We are launching a 1-month program that would be having your Reiki 1, 2, 3 is your sound healing, and I would just give you the whole. I'll just tell you what all we have in that. And we are coming up with faith healing also, because Shiva sir would be taking exams. Ka fear mat lo, exams fear, you can have it. See, we attract 3 things in life: health, wealth, and relationship. If my health is not good, I cannot enjoy my wealth and my relationship. If I don't have wealth, I cannot enjoy my relationship. And if I don't have relationship, I cannot enjoy anything if I'm healthy also. So these 3 things are very important. And fourth, for me, definitely career is always there, but spiritualism is always there. I'm not talking about the religion. I'm talking about the spiritual things. Connecting with your divine. I was 9 years old when I read Shiv Puran, because it used to come into my dream. So I had to, it's not I had to, I simply picked and I just read it. And I used to take the book, Shiv Puran, the holy book, and I used to sit, and so many people used to come, and I used to, give like, jaise katha karte hain aajkal. I used to do that when I was 9 years old. I did that. And I have learned so many chapters from Bible, but I respect all the religions. Quran mein, my daughter was in UK. She was studying in religious studies, Muslims ka, and they had to. So I studied that book also along with her, and I loved it. It's not like what you do. It's whatever you take it, whatever is there in our holy books that has been proved by science also now, and it is a truth. Whatever I have learned from Gurbani from my childhood, that has been proven in 70s, 80s also in psychology books. Whatever. It is only the belief system. Ya worry kar lo, ya believe kar lo, ya faith kar lo, ya worry kar lo. Only those things. If you are putting up your intention that tomorrow I am going to appear for my interview and I will crack this and I'll get the job, you'll get the job. But if you'll have self-doubt, a fear, you won't get it. It is the intention you put. It is your vibration, on what frequency you are vibrating. It is only that. Nothing works. We don't need any. See, angel healing, what happens when you work with angels? You get to know the fast medium. जैसे अभी हम CBT का किया, if you do NLP, you will get a faster medium. यार ये तो ऐसे हो जाएगा. It's so easy. With words, we can put something in mind, we can mute something, ये हो जाएगा. With angel healing, और जल्दी भी हो जाता है. With Reiki is like, you won't believe, these hands, energy flows like anything. And with angel symbols, it works like anything. But these things have to be used in a very, whether it is NLP, whether it is Reiki, whether it is sound healing, it has to be used when you have learned from a proper mentor and you can implement it properly. Because otherwise negative results are also there. If you won't do it. Khana sim pe banana hai ya tez pe banana hai? You should know. You have put the dal in the pressure cooker. After one whistle, if you have to put the dal on sim, you have to do it. If you will keep it on a high flame, the dal in the pressure cooker, you thought it will come in a cooked form. It will be in the black form, jalawa form, spoiled form. So it's like that. For anything is there like good anxiety. Good anxiety means what? I don't understand. Good anxiety can be removed, sir. See, we are coming up with that. In that, we are having in how to do sound healing, chakra healing, aura healing, auras. Can you please mute yourself? Who's there? See, when we are coming up with how to do distant healings. When you want to heal your kids, your clients, distant healing, that also we are coming. Even with sound healing, distant healing, and then with your Reiki also. Reiki, so you can do distant healing if you're doing with Reiki 1, 2, 3. Then we are having the tapping method. In that, chakras. If you have learned how to clear your chakras, life flows, energy flows like anything. So we are coming up with that. Ma'am, take stress for a good purpose. Like if I don't worry for my exam and I feel like rest is best before the test, I won't prepare well for exams. Sir, karam nahi karoge to kaam nahi hoga. We need to do something. Action. Your energy should be to take action, not procrastination. Mind it. If you'll be with the energy of procrastination, no healing modality, no angel can help you. Angel ko bol diya, get me 1 lakh rupees within 1 week. If you won't do anything, how will it get? Na? You do something, you'll get this much. What energy you are giving? So just give energy, positive energy to anything what you do. Make your energy, convert your energy, transform your energy into action-taking energy, not the procrastination. I always tell my students, I cannot help the people who are procrastinators. See, I tell you, if you have not taken the action, you would not have been able to learn all these modalities, what you have learned in the past 10-15 days. You took the action, you filled the form and you took the action, you spared your time, you are here, you're giving up your energy, so you're getting something. Same way, you say, I want to heal myself. I want to learn anchoring from NLP. Unless you would not take the action to do NLP course, will you be able to do? Will I be able to help you? Will Shiva sir be able to help you? No. I can help only to those who can take action and say that, yes, we want to move along. Yes, we are there. Then you see our speed. And you might have seen in all these days our trainers.
But then procrastination is also not a mental health issue.
Procrastination can be removed. NLP में सबसे पहले वही सिखाया जाता है और वो हट भी जाता है. See, I tell you, it's 10 o'clock. You are still here. You could have been on your bed. You could have enjoyed your serial. You could have enjoyed your next Netflix shows. You could have watched scrolling your Instagram reels or Facebook reels. Still you are here. Why? Something you have in your mind you are getting, so you are here. Same way is that. We can only help to those who are ready to take action. Unless you won't dive into the swimming pool, you won't learn how to swim. So you have to dive in. और एक हमारे बोलते थे ना कि स्वर्ग देखना है तो मरना पड़ेगा खुद ही. If you want to, I want to see, I have to die myself. That's the only thing. So there in that we'll be also doing the healing, the how to heal the traumatic your past, because that is only that traumatic memories. Connect with your counselors, or else you can connect with me as well. How do you want it? We'll share you the content. We'll share you the syllabus. Otherwise, with your counselors, how you want, anybody from MOK team, and you will get to know what we are starting from 10th. And that way, that is the holistic healer. The program is the holistic, be a holistic healer. You learn so many modalities which will help you to earn as well. Because I tell you, in India, rather than going to a psychologist, people would love to go to an astrologer.
Yeah, it's very true, because I also believe that.
बिकॉज वो बोलते साइकोलॉजिस्ट पे जाएंगे तो हमें लोग पागल बोल देंगे, एस्ट्रोलॉजर पे जाएंगे तो वो तो अपना धंधा बना रहा है, वो किसी को से बोलेंगे किसी को नहीं बताना भैया, मेरे हस्बैंड को भी नहीं बताना, वो नहीं बताएगा ना, क्योंकि आप उसे चोरी से पैसे देके आ जाओ. Come out from that belief. I do believe in astrology, it has got power, but first believe in yourself, change your mindset. Every power is here, every power. I hope all the queries are done. Should I end up? Thank you so much, Mr. Ramesh Chand. Thank you everyone for being with me till now. Yes.
Ma'am,
Thank you,
is
ma'am,
it
for the
available?
lovely
Is
session.
it recorded session? Would it be available on YouTube?
This is on. Yes, this is on YouTube. This is on YouTube. We are
Okay.
live on YouTube, and we'll share the link as well. Still, if you have any issues, you can always come back to our team, and we are always there. Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. G, your voice is not clear. I could see somebody saying, ma'am, please come up, sir.
Ma'am, I have a small question, ma'am. Thank you so
sir.
much. I just want to thank you so much for the outstanding knowledge you have. You are doing such a wonderful
so much.
work for our Indian society, and I hope that may the Lord bless you and use you in the days to come in India and all over the globe. That is my well wishes for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I welcome you and I thank you. Please tell
My
me.
question is that how we can define brain and mind in the process of psychology, or when we teach
Brain क्या
others.
है?
I'm working as a
Brain. Okay, brain. I take it brain as a hardware. Mind उसका software. क्या डाल रहे हो? Software and hardware. You come up with that. What you're putting up in your mind forms your brain. जो भी दोगे, खाना जैसे खाओगे पेट में वैसे ही जाएगा ना. You eat junk food, you will get the results that way. You eat sada food, you will get that result. So same way, what you are putting it into your mind. Brain is the main component. Mind is what you're putting up. Man pe kabu. Change your monkey mind to monk mind. Very first thing. Come out of the unwanted thoughts. Come out of your unwanted thoughts. You will get everything in life. When Sachin Tendulkar wanted to play, because he had his goal, he has his vision that yes, I want to play for my country and I would do that. So he would do it. He did it. He went in the awkward hours also to the stadium with high fever also. But what are the results? He's the richest player of the world. That's not hard, Shrisha. You can do it. You can do it. जितना भी इतने दिनों में सीखा है, अगर इसी को समझना शुरू हो जाओगे, if you start implementing, you'll be able to do it. Don't take it as hard. You'll be able to do it. Don't worry. Not to worry. You can do it as easily. Not an issue. Okay then. Thank you so much. Good night. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. How are you? I'm good, sir. How about you, sir?
You look good. Huh? Right.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. How are you, sir?
Good, good. Thank you so much.
Great.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you from the team MOK. Thanks for sparing your time.
Thank you so much, Ratiji. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Love you all. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Good night.